It's that sinking feeling. Not only have you just lost a game of chess, but your opponent tells you that you missed checkmate. By doing some checkmate puzzles, you will train your mind to spot opportunities to win games of chess. In this video, there are 4 puzzles to solve. When each new position appears, pause the video and see if you can work out the answer. The first thing to do is to look at the king you are trying to trap. Find out which squares it can move to. Then, for mate in 1 puzzles, have a look at your pieces and work out how you can give check. One of the checks will actually be checkmate.
OK, white to play and mate in 1. So let's look at the black king. There we go. How many of these squares are safe? Well, the d5 pawn attacks e6, and the rook controls the f file, so only d8 is safe. So we need to attack the black king along this diagonal. But this bishop check seems to be defended by the pawn. Well, if that's what you think, then there's something important that you haven't spotted. Have another look. You should have noticed that one of the white rooks is lined up on the same file as the enemy king. And if the bishop moves out of the way, the rook will be checking the black king. So the bishop check we looked at before would be double check, and the only way out of double check is to move the king. It's double check, and the king can't move anywhere, so it's checkmate. Right, let's have a look at this one. Quite a few squares to check. The e8 rook deals with some of them, but it can't defend itself, so we need to give check and cover these 3 possible escape squares. How can we attack along the h5 e8 diagonal and the f file at the same time? By moving this bishop to give double check. Just like the last puzzle, it's double check, and the black king has nowhere to run, so it's checkmate. OK, 2 down, 2 to go. We need to find checkmate for white again. 3 squares to think about. Have you worked out which squares are safe? Did you notice that the pair of white bishops are working very well together and cover all of the possible squares? But the black king is not in check, because the white knight is in the way. So if we move the knight, it will be discovered check. Can you find the best place to move it? Double check, and again the black king has nowhere to run. Final puzzle, and we need to find the winning move for white. Let's have a look at these squares. The white king is doing a good job. We don't want a lazy king when there aren't many pieces left, and the knight covers another couple of squares. So we have to attack d5 and give check. A check with the rook along the 5th rank should do it. Black's pieces can't take the rook or block check. Well done if you worked out those checkmate moves.